I've noticed that at the moment I am just a lot more needy than usual. And a part of me definitely hates it, but I'm also trying to really love it and to see it rather as a blessing than a curse, and that this means my body and my soul simply are more needy at the moment because my body is growing another human being and I'm going into preparation for birthing and caring for that human being, and I think it's okay to have needs. So because of all of that, I've been thinking a lot about ways that I can take care of myself, that I can feel like my needs get met and that I can still function super well as a mom of 2, which I already am, and as a wife, just doing all the other things that life requires me to do. And so I wanted to share with you in this video 3 things that I'm doing in this pregnancy to take care of myself. And with that said, I am pregnant. This is about pregnancy, but I think all of these things are still applicable even if you're not pregnant. The first thing that I'm doing, which I never did in my previous pregnancies, is go to a Pilates class. In both of my previous pregnancies, I always wanted to do that. When I'm pregnant, I just have a lot of aches and pains all over my body, particularly in my hips and abdominal area. Previously, I thought about it so much and I really wanted to do that, but when it came down to it, I just never would really let myself do it because it was always too much money and too much effort, and I just never did that for myself. And this time around, I have changed my opinion very strongly on this. Even prior to this, my husband and I have started going to the gym since almost a year now, even though we need to save up pretty much the whole year to afford our gym membership because gyms are very expensive in Switzerland, if you did not know. To us, it is just incredibly worth it because it's something that allows us to really take care of our bodies really well, and not only that, it just allows us to take some time for ourselves a couple of times a week and be not mom, not dad, and just take care of ourselves. And that has been extremely valuable to both of us just as parents in general, or people in general. And now that I am pregnant, even more so. And I recently realized that my gym does offer classes, and so that is the one that I'm taking, which is a yoga and Pilates class combined, which I have really been loving. I literally look forward to it every week, and I've asked my sweet niece who lives upstairs if she'll watch the boys on Tuesday morning so that I can go and just have a little bit of time to myself and enjoy the relaxation and strengthening and stretching that that provides. Which leads me to the second thing, which is asking for help. I cannot stress this fact enough. It is so crucial and important. If you have kids and if you're pregnant, asking for help is it just comes with the job. I used to have the opinion that I needed to be able to handle the kids on my own all the time, even when my husband is at work the entire week pretty much, and it nearly killed me. I think it was really hard for me, especially because my family is literally across the ocean, and so it felt hard for me to ask for help from my in-laws because it was just like, oh, it's not, it's not my mom, or it's not my sister, or it's not whoever. But I've since come to realize they actually really are my family, and my kids are their grandchildren or nephews or whatever just as much as any other kids in this family. And so I have a complete right and privilege to ask for help in this family, and so I have been doing that very much more, and we have increased our value in external child care to the point where we're willing to pay for it now also, which previously was just not the case. We didn't feel like we had the money, and so we just weren't willing to pay the price for that, which now we totally are, because you need to ask for help, especially if you have 2 toddlers and you're pregnant and you're struggling. Please ask for help. The third thing is nutrition. If you've followed my channel at all, You probably know that I have a lot of digestive issues that I've been trying to fix forever, and this whole past year I have been really strict with my diet and been doing a lot of things to help that, and I have seen a lot of improvements. And so in my previous pregnancies, I just did not care about my diet at all, even though I have always known that I am at least a little bit gluten and dairy intolerant or sensitive, and I just didn't pay any attention to that. And honestly, I've had kind of a lot of experiences or just different things that make me really think that the food that I'm eating also affects not only my body but also my mind a lot, and I do feel like that could have played a huge role in me getting postpartum depression. Not sure, but that's just kind of my theory at the moment. And so since being pregnant, I am definitely not following my diet as strictly as I was. Hello, cravings and aversions. It's been really tough, and my stomach is not very happy with eating a lot of the things that I've been craving. And I have done quite a lot of research on this topic as far as just general health and general good diet, but also pregnancy and postpartum and things like that. I read a book which I highly recommend, and I'm thinking of reading it again for myself, which is called The Postnatal Depletion Cure. And in there he has a section where he talks about diet, and so he talks about this as well as like many other people that I've heard from pretty reputable sources. All have several things in common, which is avoiding sugar. That's one we all know, and not only avoiding gluten but avoiding grains in general. And personally, this has been a huge one for me, which I notice my body just does not do good with grains. So I am, for the most part, cutting them out. I occasionally have a tiny bit of buckwheat, but besides that, I am pretty much grain-free. I do eat potatoes and sweet potatoes. I try not to eat a lot of them because I notice it just doesn't do super good for my tummy, but I just need some carbs sometimes. I mean, I obviously eat fruit also, which is carbs, and there are carbs in vegetables and things like that, and so that's kind of where I get my carbs from. The other is high quality animal protein, and so I do my best to eat just the highest quality that we can afford: chicken, beef, fish, a lot of high quality fats, high quality healthy fats specifically. And so like I just eat loads of olive oil, and I try to buy a high quality butter, which is honestly kind of hard to find in my area, which is surprising considering I'm literally surrounded by dairy farmers. But I don't know, maybe I'll try and make some of my own. We'll see. Coconut oil and things like that, and then I avoid all other fats whenever possible, which is most of the time. I also am taking cod liver oil supplements as well, which is a huge thing. I heard somebody also once say, like, if you're pregnant and you just feel like you just constantly need to eat something, you're constantly hungry, which, hi, that's the case for me. Like, I make eggs for myself in the morning, every morning, with some veggies and a little bit of sauerkraut, which does not sound like a very food aversion friendly meal, but I just love it. So anyways, I make eggs for myself in the morning, and I just like, I cut off a big slice of butter from the thing and just put it on my eggs and kind of cook it all together with that, and it keeps me full for most of the morning. And then it's usually just around 11:30 that I need a little snack, so I just have like a little handful of almonds or something. And so adding a lot of fat to my diet has really helped in just helping me feel satiated, and I think it's just something that my body really needs at the moment. And of course, a lot of fruits and veggies. And I just try and make, you know, food myself. I also make my own sauerkraut, which is full of great probiotics and things like that. So anyways, those are just the things that I am doing with my diet, which is so different from what I did in my previous pregnancies. I just ate loads and loads of bread and grains, mostly. Like, I would eat so much oatmeal, so much bread, which I'm not gonna lie, I am really craving that stuff also this time around. But, you know, I also try and follow my cravings. If I'm really craving like bread or oatmeal or stuff, it's like, okay, probably my body needs carbs, and so then I try and have it from like a sweet potato or fruit, which are all things that don't affect my digestion as negatively as rice or quinoa or wheat or things like that. Yes, that is what I'm doing as far as nutrition. So Thank you for joining me in my bathtub today. It has been a very wonderful experience and my joints are feeling all nice and cozy. This is my encouragement to you to take care of yourself, whether you're pregnant, whether you're a mom, whether you're not a mom, whether you're not even a woman. Don't know why you'd watch this video if you're not, except for the fact that I'm naked. Anyways, take care of yourself, find ways to take care of yourself and invest in yourself. You're really, really worth it. And if you're generally not doing well in your life, whether it be physically or emotionally, what good is anything else that you're doing in life? So fill your cup today, and thank you so much for watching.